Our PURM project focused on Black voices throughout American history, discussing the presence of Confederate monuments. Black voices have not always been well analyzed in the telling of the history of Confederate monuments, and we sought to fill this important void. These monuments and memorials to Confederate soldiers and leaders began appearing in the United States shortly after the Civil War ended. Many of these monuments came in waves when white supremacy was escalating, especially during post-Reconstruction, Jim Crow, and the Civil Rights era. The advocates and dissenters of the commemoration of Confederate monuments have remained vocal throughout history, continuing with each generation to our present day. In recent years, Confederate monuments have become an extremely high point of contention, culminating in deadly events such as Charlottesville. The significance of these monuments in our society is evident by the strong opinions surrounding them. And we ask the question, how did this begin? We looked at thousands of articles concerning hundreds of memorials, and we have just scratched the surface. We worked through 4 different archives: the Library of Congress, ProQuest, newspapers.com, and the Digital North Carolina Archives. Using keywords to help our search, we meticulously went through each result and identified the articles of interest. Our definition of monuments or memorials includes statues, plaques, sculptures, places named after Confederates, and the appearance of the Confederate flag itself. We compiled the articles into categories of editorials, news, images, cartoons, and other, according to the newspaper the articles came from. Some archives had overlap in coverage of certain newspapers, which was given special attention to ensure no article missed our search.
We ended up finishing our digital research a couple of weeks early and decided to try and explore physical archives. Since I was home in North Carolina over the summer, I was able to visit the Rubenstein Special Collections at Duke University and the Wilson Library Special Collections at UNC-Chapel Hill. I used their online catalogs to find a variety of materials that could shed insight onto the historic role of Confederate monuments, such as pamphlets and books by the United Daughters of the Confederacy, Confederate scrapbooks, and a copy of a letter from Confederate President Jefferson Davis himself. I made indexes of every item I looked at and scanned pieces that I thought were particularly interesting. In the end, we cataloged nearly 2,150 articles, 6,000 addresses, and 14 physical archival items. We discovered major themes in Black opinions on Confederate monuments, such as contempt and outrage about the glorifying of the champions of slavery, but also fear that these monuments helped keep racial resentments alive. The majority of opinions concerning Confederate monuments were negative, but not all Black people were equally angry about these monuments. Some people thought fighting against them was a waste of time, or even praised some of the dedications to the few loyal Negroes and mammies of the South. As the research moves forward, the space catalog of sources we created will be used as a way to interact with and interpret the theories around these monuments that already exist.